Hello and welcome to today's little taster. Time management so that you can have more confidence. Hello, I'm Selina Stone, a Master Life Coach and Casting Director, here to guide you into playing the role that you would like in life and not just on a TV screen. Yes, you can make it happen whenever you take the appropriate action. So, are you one of those people that always seem strapped for time? Do you feel that you can never quite fit everything in that you want to do in a day? Does your confidence take a battering because you feel overwhelmed? If so, then this article is for you. Having more time is one of the most precious and sought after resources we have. When you feel in control over your time, you do have more confidence. Everyone has the same amount of time, however, some people seem to have more than others. When you think about it, what is time? In its basic form, it is that part of existence which is measured in seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. Yet everyone has the same amount of time to do their stuff. The real winners in life are those that know what they have to do and when, and they also don't get stressed out about things that happen that have an effect on the amount of time we have between tasks, yet we have no control over. So, how can you get more time? Well, the first thing that you should do is to perform a self-assessment of how you are currently spending your time. That would inquire jotting down everything that you do. Complete a diary for one typical week, from when you wake up to when you go to bed, to when you eat, to how long you travel, to how much you're spending on emails, etc. Write down exactly how you're spending your time. You may feel as though there were not enough hours in the day, and also feel uncomfortable being under pressure with time. Now, after a week's worth, 5 working days, of collecting time data, I'd like you to collate all of the hours spent on the various tasks and put them into one master table under specific headings. Find out where you're spending your time. You could find out that you're spending over 20 hours per week just watching telly, chilling out, relaxing after work. What I'm saying is, unless you're getting something out of it like enjoyment or knowledge from a documentary, you are literally wasting your time by passing your time by watching telly. I want you now to make a list of the alternative things that you could do with your time. Just include a sensible amount of time for the TV programs that you simply must watch. Write down your alternative activities. Is it gym? Workout? If so, why? What would be the benefit? To lose weight? To have more energy? Another alternative activity, read more. Newspaper, books, why? What would be the benefit? To gain knowledge, to keep up to date. Another alternative activity, work an extra 30 minutes at work, why? What would be the benefit? So you miss out on the 5 o'clock rush traffic. Travelling time, you're going to cut by 15 minutes, so you're going to get more work done. Alternative activity, go out in the week, why? What would be the benefit? Get out of the habit of staying in during work days, enjoyment, etc. Alternative activity, computer, why? What would be the benefit? Buy a computer, learn about the internet, etc. Teach yourself more. Another alternative activity, night school, why? What would be the benefit? To get the qualification in first aid that you've always wanted. Another alternative activity, start a part-time business. Why? What would be the benefit? To earn some extra money. So, from being a couch potato, all of a sudden you're writing down all of the things that you really want to do with your time and getting excited about them as well. And all this from saying you've not got enough time. Now, the next step is to put an action plan together of what you're going to do and when. Time is just a feeling, really. It's a feeling of pressure that you cannot fit something in. By analysing time, you'll find out that you're wasting a great deal of it and that you could be doing some more productive tasks. The subject of time management could take up a whole series of manuals to fully explain, but what I'd like you to do is to look at some of the vital factors that you must consider when allocating your time. There are 4 of these factors in total, so let's have a look at them. The first thing that you have to do is to identify how you are spending your time at the present, both at home and at work. What I would like for you to do is write out the tasks or activities that you must do in order for you to achieve the objectives of your home or job. These could include work tasks such as meetings, appraisals, emails, documentation and the like. Home activities could include cleaning, cooking, shopping, time with the children, walking the dog, watching telly. Write all of them down. After you've identified what you have to do, the next step is to schedule your work and activities. In order for you to schedule your work, there is a need to know 2 things. Firstly, you will need to know how long you will want to spend on a particular task. This is determined by how important the task is. Secondly, you'll have to know how soon you have to get the task completed. This is determined by how urgent the task is. Now, important and urgent are not the same. An urgent task is not necessarily important. It may be urgent but trivial. A good rule of thumb is to remember that the tasks and activities that you have written will nearly always be important ones. The unimportant tasks are usually known as reactive tasks. These are the everyday running problems that have to be dealt with to keep things ticking over, for example, answering the telephone and responding to emails. For successful time management, you must have in your possession a diary. Once you've worked out the tasks that you have to do and their relative importance, the next step that you have to do is to schedule these activities into your diary. In your diary, block out time for certain tasks. Also allow time for reactive tasks and regular duties. Let people know when you are available. Also, allow time for reviewing and planning at the end of each day. Scheduling out time for planning is essential on a daily basis. This should be done at the end of the working day or at night for your home duties. Within this time for planning, you should draw up your schedule and also a to-do list for the next day, using the techniques that I've already mentioned. Using a diary with a day-to-view facility has advantages. Firstly, you will have more space to write so that you'll be able to schedule your activities in greater detail. The day is also broken down more comprehensively into 15-minute blocks of time, giving you better control. Also, more often than not, on day-to-view pages there is usually space for you to write your to-do list next to the actual schedule planner. Now, cross out each activity as you complete them and make sure that you complete them all. I actually use and find that visual work planners are an excellent tool to use. They illustrate at a glance the days that you're off and any events that you have got planned on particular dates. I would strongly recommend that you purchase one. The last area that we can look at are time-saving techniques. These are the things that you can do to give yourself more time. Firstly, by doing less, you can increase more of your available time. I see so many people who are snowed under with their workload and agenda. These people never seem to have a minute to spare and just take on more and more work. Let's have a look at some of the things that you can do. The first and most important question you can ask yourself is this: can I delegate certain activities? You can reduce your workload by getting other people to do it for you. You can also discourage unnecessary meetings. Don't take work home. Don't take responsibility for other people's problems, and don't become bogged down with detail. These are some of the things that you can do to free up some of your time. But one of the most important things that you can do is just by saying no to certain requirements and requests that are asked of you. It is such an easy word to say in theory, but too many people don't use it in practice. Secondly, another excellent time-saving technique is by working faster and by reducing the time for particular tasks. Ensure deadlines are set and adhered to. Keep your communications concise. Take the most important tasks when you are alert. It is more time efficient and productive. Learn how to conclude meetings and conversations. Ensure meetings are run promptly on time. There are many others. Another technique to reduce time is by working more effectively. Make sure that you plan your work, establish clear objectives, set priorities, be realistic, draw up to-do lists daily and weekly, make efficient use of a diary, planned meetings and plan agendas. The time management techniques that I've just described will start you off in your quest to control every aspect of your life, and once you have control over your time, you will perform more effectively and have greater enjoyment in your life. Well, that's all we have time for today. If you enjoyed this article and you'd like to develop your skills even further, then please go to selinastone.com under the heading e-courses, where you can download all of the 11 general awareness courses that have been prepared especially for you to do. As always, until next time, be lucky.